Capcom's Monster Hunter Rise has been out for a bit and already attained massive success, selling over 6 million units thus far. After its latest update added several new monsters into the mix, it seems like a good time to examine some of the best hunts in the game. So let's take a look at 15 of them here. Before we go ahead, a quick request. We upload new videos every single day, and your subscription matters a lot. So please consider subscribing and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon. With that out of the way, let's begin. Goss Harag. Despite its bear-like stature and icy motif, there's more to Goss Harag than meets the eye. While it starts out with the usual melee attacks, smashes, and charges, things quickly pick up when it creates ice blades on its arms. When it has 2 ice blades, it can throw out slash projectiles in addition to firing icy blasts from its mouth. And even with its strength, it's also pretty mobile, keeping the fight fast and flowing. Tetranodon. Maybe it's the platypus motif or just how goofy it looks when attacking, but Tetranodon is fun to fight. Its main attacks involve jumping and slamming down with force, along with lunging at prey and eating them before spitting them back out. Due to the immense amount of water it takes in, Tetranodon can swell up considerably, but that just makes it a bigger target for punishment. Rakna-Kadaki. Even for those who have never faced Temnoceran monsters before, Rakna-Kadaki feels well-rounded. It has 2 unique phases, its gowned phase, which requires attacking the webbed legs to knock it down, and the incubating phase, where its abdomen is wrapped in silk and serves as a giant weak point. It sounds easy in theory, but one has to be aware of silk projectiles and fire streams along with its melee strikes. Beshaytan. Another fun fight is Beshaytan, a fanged beast whose main strategy is balancing on its tail and throwing fruits, which have different effects. Despite how playful it seemingly looks at times, Beshaytan can dish out some serious damage. One moment it could struggle to balance itself, the next it executes a spinning dive or slams down with a poison fruit. Managing skill-bind attacks and looking for the right opportunities are key. Magnamollo. Magnamollo was billed as the big new flagship monster, but like Nergigante and Velkhana, it ultimately played second fiddle to other threats. Which is a shame because this fight offers unique mechanics, like Hellfire that can be discarded or used to stun the monster. Magnamollo can also infuse its limbs and mouth with Hellfire, throw out Hellfire projectiles, spread a purple mist that explodes, and much more. As the fight progresses, its aura becomes more threatening, eventually culminating in a dangerous explosive combo. Overall, it's a fairly tough fight, but one which remains entertaining throughout. Wind Serpent Ibushi. Appearing in a Rampage quest, Wind Serpent Ibushi is a nice change of pace from many of the other monsters, Elder Dragons included. Having to use turrets, Wyvern Fire, Splitting Wyvern Shot, and the Dragonator to stun it while navigating around on the wind currents it generates is pretty cool. Granted, the tactics required are pretty straightforward. Use turrets, counter signal, target its wind sacs, and then deal damage when it's grounded. But it's the spectacle that makes it worth experiencing. Camellios. One of the many new monsters added in Title Update 2.0, Camellios is an elder dragon that's unorthodox but fun to fight. As its name implies, it's capable of camouflaging itself and mercilessly ganking the player. Tongue lashing and stealing spirit birds aside, Camellios can also shoot poisonous projectiles that spread out into a mist on impact, which can also blow at the player by flapping its wings. It will also emit a slight fog through the area, making it easier to vanish and attack. Kazoo. What can you say about Kazoo? The Flying Wyvern is easily the most nightmarish-looking monster with its pale skin, elongated neck, and multitudes of teeth. Along with thunder attacks, it can inflict paralysis and follow up with physical hits. If its appearance wasn't creepy enough already, it can extend its neck to attack, flailing it in all kinds of directions. Thunder Serpent Narwa. Much like Wind Serpent Ibushi, Thunder Serpent Narwa isn't your straightforward Elder Dragon fight. The epic nature of it, with the arena changing due to Narwa's abilities and requiring some platforming to either attack it with turrets or avoid its thunder, helps it stand out. Of course, it's still plenty dangerous thanks to its beam attacks, not to mention the crazy Nova at the end. Though you're still attacking sacs to stun it and deal damage, there's a finer balance between using the various installations and downing Narwa by your own hands. Apex Mitsutsune. While regular Mitsutsune radiates serenity, Apex Mitsutsune is straight up aggressive. This is best seen when it transitions from regular slams and charges to firing out explosive bubbles and a jet stream of water in one move. And make no mistake, its regular attacks still hurt plenty. While it may not be the toughest new monster added in Title Update 2.0, Apex Mitsutsune is not to be taken lightly. Somnakanth. Smooth yet shady isn't how you'd usually describe a monster, but Somnakanth fits it to a T. Along with standing on its tail just out of reach before attacking the player, it can also swim around on its back, opening shells with different effects. Its main strategy is lulling the player to sleep, either with darts or with a spray, before following up with a powerful dive. Though unpredictable at first, Somnakanth's tactics are easy to pick up on while still offering a decent challenge. Teostra. Teostra in Monster Hunter World was a blast-spewing monster that was prone to being constantly knocked down, which is more or less the same in Rise. However, its blast attacks feel easier to discern during combat while still feeling dangerous. Its regular fire breath and charges still deal plenty of damage, but its main hook, the Supernova, remains as terrifying as ever. Not a whole lot has changed, but Teostra remains a compelling threat, and the resulting armor, like in World, is still worth pursuing. Bessorios. At first, Bessorios may come across as a discount Diablos, with its charging and emerging from the underground to attack. Then it starts tumbling all over the place, like Cool of Taroth, and can also emit gas that deals fire damage, poison, and even inflicts sleep. This mix of varying strategies presents a weird but not completely oppressive fight, where you have to pick your moments to attack. Plus, its rocky design looks cool, especially as it's broken into pieces as the fight progresses. Acnosum. Though not the most mechanically complex of the new monsters, Acnosum serves its role pretty well. The animations of its wing sweeps and flips looks cool, especially when it poses on one leg. Attacks like its Beam Slam pose a pretty significant threat, and it can shoot fireballs, which presents a decent opportunity for attack. Again, not the craziest bird wyvern in the series, but one that serves as a nice appetizer for the tougher fights to come. Apex Wrathion. The Dread Queen returns, sort of. Though Apex Rathalos was hyped up as one of the big new additions in Title Update 2.0, it's Apex Wrathion that arguably stands out. Along with exploding fire projectiles and tail attacks, it has a tendency of biting an opponent, which can inflict fire damage, and then following up with a poisonous tail swipe. If that weren't enough, it fires several poisonous thorns which can remain on the field and cause damage. For its sheer animosity alone, Apex Wrathion is a worthy opponent. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.